It's an issue that has divided the closest of allies and brought together the unlikeliest of foes. Whether the resources that go to counties should be based on population size or land mass in an effort to equalize previously marginalized communities. On Thursday, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua found an ally in the unlikeliest of people, former Premier Raila Odinga.
You agree with this phrase that is one man, one vote, one shilling. I agree totally with this. I'm never a populist. I always talk with my mind openly. I know that it may not be very popular in some quarters, but let us have this conversation.
The two are finding common ground on an issue that has proven politically polarizing.
Somehow this thing has been misrepresented as if it is discriminating against other parts of our country. Nothing could be further from the truth. It is not a question of discrimination. We want to ensure that each and every Kenyan gets a fair share of resources created by our sweat.
Odinga voicing his support for the resolutions that came out of the Limuru 3 conference last month and that brought together members of the Embu, Meru and Kikuyu communities.
That the mantra of one man, one vote, one shilling is a thing that we are not going to relent pushing, not because it benefits people in the mountain, that's far from it. It actually benefits every other person in this country, and as it has been said, it is not for us to take from somebody so that it comes to us, no.
We do not suggest and cannot possibly suggest that for resources, more resources to go to the region commonly known as Mount Kenya, that you must take them from elsewhere. And that is not what we mean. It is rather that the wasteful expenditure at the national level should stop, and the duplication of devolution or devolved functions should stop, and those resources should follow the functions at the devolved level.
Odinga reminded Kenyans that it was one of the proposals contained in the contentious Building Bridges constitutional amendment document that both he and former President Uhuru Kenyatta endorsed, and which was thrown out by the courts. As for whether it will be the basis on which to forge an alliance with the disillusioned Deputy President, this was Odinga's response.
I'm working with everybody in this country, nobody specifically. President Gachagua is a member of the government. And as you know, yesterday, the government pledged that they are going to support my bid for AU. And I said, Hewala. I thanked them. So he is seen the light. His soul was now become a pawn.
The one man, one vote, one shilling campaign has set Gachagua and his principal, President William Ruto, on a collision course.
His Excellency, Right Honorable Raila Amolo.
As for Odinga's dalliance with Ruto's administration on the African Union Commission chairmanship, that could be tested by the Finance Bill of 2024.
I know that Kenyans are hurting seriously currently. And the proposals which are contained in the finance bill are going to add a lot of burden on the people of Kenya.
Olive Burrows, Citizen TV.